All right.
Nobody touch anything.
Nobody move. Nobody touch anything. Let's record this episode as fast as we can.
Spit my gum out.
I'm happy to. Yes, please spit your gum out. It is another adventure in remote podcasting. So we have everybody here. We have Johna. Oh, I should do it. What am I doing? I didn't do any sound effects. Woo, pachoo, woo, wee. Get ready for a kind of spooky, kind of nerdy girls.
Basically haunted.
Starring producer Johna.
Day 1 of quarantine for me. I've been laying in the bed since I woke up.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Ooh, I know that voice. It's Katie.
Hello.
You still have to do a fun
This is the first time
fact,
I've
even though
done
we're not
anything
together.
for a month. I bought a house.
Yay!
It has carpet and half a floor.
It has carpet.
Happy podcast housewarming to you.
And that is the
Thank
voice
you.
of Ching Ching Woo Kitsie.
My fun fact is I found out last night that my podcast dungeon is haunted.
Yes, I can't wait to talk about
Yay.
that. And oh my gosh, the intros are getting longer. Ching 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 ching. It's Shelley.
Okay, my fun fact, and hello everybody, is that I totally believe in ghosts and spirits, and I can't wait to hear more about Kitsie's story.
All right, please welcome to the show. Choo choo poo choo choo. Our only boy, our kind of nerdy boy, Patches. Oh, hottie hand.
Patches of Hottie Hand.
Thank
Yes.
you so very much.
Mark this day. It was day 15 of quarantine that I lost my mind. So let's say I want to get right into this because it is like spooky. It is like evidence that we've been waiting for. We know that spirits follow Kitsie around everywhere she goes.
Yes, they do,
And
without a
last
doubt.
night they joined you on Instagram Live. What the hell?
I know. So I have this friend. Her name is Tiffany Rice. She's a spirit medium. I highly recommend her. Check her out. She does phone readings, blah, 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 tiffanyrice.com. Anyway, so we're doing this Instagram Live thing, and we're cutting up. We're laughing, you know. She started talking about how fat her fingers were and started naming each finger a sausage. And I'm dying laughing. And all of a sudden, I see a shadow right behind me just go on the little creepy shelving unit that I like to highlight in all my selfies for this show. It just go by, and I'm like, oh my God, did you just see that? After I screamed and sounded like a prepubescent young man. So we couldn't replay it right then because we were live, and then we sat there and just talked about it, and her first thought was that it was a dog. And she knew that, you know, last year I lost both my dogs. And the fact that her gut immediately said dogs, I think it was my dogs.
Oh,
That is so sweet.
It's still freaking creepy whether it's my dogs or not.
yeah.
Well, I will say, knowing both of your dogs, Kitsie, that if it was in fact your dogs, that is the fastest either of them have ever run.
So the thing is I spent like a couple hours setting up the lighting just right because I had nothing else to do that night. So I set up like this little LED light behind my chair that was, you know, making all the creepy stuff on my shelves just a little shadowy, a little more creepy. And I'll send you guys a picture when we're done with this. And if you want to put it on the kind of nerdy girl socials, the light is far enough away from the shelves and facing directly up that it's like something had to have jumped over the light. The most terrifying thought to me was I had mice. I'm not going to lie. Ghosts are way cooler than mice. I just don't know what it was.
If you want to see it, you can. We've retweeted it at Kind of Nerdy Girls. But Kitsie, what are your handles on Instagram and Twitter?
I've posted it on both at Oddity Files and at Kitsie Duncan on both Twitter and Facebook, and we're just Oddity Files on on Twitter and Instagram, and we're just Oddity Files on. What did you guys think when you saw it?
Well, yeah, Shelley, what did you think?
Oh, I was just like I didn't know about your dog's Kitsie, which I'm sorry that you lost your dogs last year.
Thank you.
Yeah, I lost my 20-year-old cat in January, and we were all, yeah,
it was just hard. So if it was your dogs, I think, oh, that's really yay. Yay, they were visiting you. That's what I think. But what I first thought was, oh my God, it is so crazy that these black shadows are running behind her. Did she bring something home with her from one of her visits? What is going on? And the fact that you happen to be recording in that moment. So if you hadn't been recording, and this is where it's really creepy, those shadows would have been gone behind you like that, and you would not have known.
Absolutely. I would never have known. But another crazy thing is, if it wasn't my dogs, Tiffany and I were talking about spirits that follow me home. And I have two spirits that I know followed me home. And I was talking about both of them. Both of them were female spirits that I just really bonded with. I can't explain what it's like to bond with a ghost, but you hear their stories and they're telling you their stories, and you just want to make everything better for them and get them where they need to go. Well, two specific female spirits this happened with, and not 5 minutes later, I got those two shadows because we were talking about those specific spirits. So it could be anything, to be perfectly honest.
I noticed that Johna is being very quiet. Are you okay, Johna?
Well, I will tell you what, I was not too thrilled to be tagged in that on Facebook or Instagram, wherever I was tagged it.
That one is more scared of the weird and paranormal than Johna.
I am not ashamed of being a scaredy cat. Not even a little bit.
Well, does seeing something like this, Johna, does it make you more afraid, or are you like, okay, well, the stuff's there, so what am I going to do?
It freaks me out even more because I'm like, damn, what if there's a ghost in my house and I don't even know?
Would you rather not know?
I don't know.
I come over and tell you.
I say, when this quarantine is over, I think we go to Jonna's house.
No, don't do that.
All the stuff.
No, pass. It's fine.
Katie, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Have you noticed anything strange in your new house?
No, except my dog has found his voice finally and is starting to bark at everyone and everything.
He's finally talking. Oh, your little boy's getting so big.
I know. He barks at everything now.
Oh, he's getting all grown up.
How funny is that? I mean, that's almost as shocking as black shadows moving past Kitsie.
Yeah, right? He just barks like he's 100-pound dog.
My God, son, I love him so much.
If you are looking for more, I think this is a perfect time to give it a good plug. If you're looking for more paranormal type activity, you can watch Kitsie's show while you're in quarantine. Oddity Files is on Amazon Prime.
Ooh. Yay, thank you. Yes, we have 3 seasons up. They're free to Prime members, which, I mean, pretty much everybody's a Prime member at this point. If you're not, you can actually buy per episode as well. But I highly recommend season 3. Not that the first 2 seasons were bad. I got my editing groove better in season 3. So start with that one. And if you like us, keep watching.
Yeah. All right. A couple of things that stood out to me since the last time we talked. Well, we had talked a little bit about, supernatural and what's going to happen with, the end, since production has been shut down.
Hello?
And are we going to get an ending?
Hello?
We are. Andrew Dabb tweeted that he is that we don't have to worry. We're definitely finishing the season, and we'll definitely see the finale, no matter what.
Did you see?
That's what
Did you see Misha's video?
Did I see what?
I posted it on the Kinda Nerdy Girls Twitter if you guys want to watch it.
You did. Well done. Well done, Johna. Well done. But he said the episode that just aired is going to be the last one for a while, but he did confirm that they are going to finish this season, and he encouraged us to enjoy the fact that it's going to be drawn out a little bit more so we can savor the season. Is what he said.
Nice.
I love him. Yeah.
Which I'm glad, because I don't know if you saw the latest episode of Supernatural, but it can't end like that.
No.
No, I did not.
Shelley, did you see
Don't
it?
talk about it.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
watched it. Jonna's not caught up though. We can't talk about it.
No, don't talk about it.
I won't.
I'm behind.
I'm not gonna.
I'm trying to catch up while quarantine.
I don't want to give anything away, Johna, but I'll just tell you that this is absolutely not the episode that it could end on, because you feel pain in your gut at the end of this one. It's like, oh no. So yeah, you don't want that. You do not want
But
that.
I mean, truthfully, we feel that way with a lot of Supernatural episodes.
That's true.
That is a fact.
That's true. I can't actually think of one that I would be like, yeah, it would have been okay if it ended on that one.
Oh, I think the one where was it the 300th one where they were doing the musical? Was that the 300th episode where they were at the school? And I would have liked it. Could have ended on that one. I thought that one was a pretty good type ending.
Well, they still have some time to rewrite the script. Maybe you should suggest that they end with a musical.
Yeah,
I would
regret
love
it.
that.
I think Doppelganger, Sam and Dean would make a great musical.
Yeah, we won't give it away, but they were awesome.
Spoilers.
No.
Rude.
They put it out there like it's been in the previews.
It was in the
happening.
Yeah, it was in the previews the previous week, so we're really not.
And honestly, I think that we're doing
I'm
you
3
a
years
favor.
behind, maybe 4.
Now is the time to prepare yourself for Sam with a man bun.
Ew.
Ew.
You're welcome. You've been warned.
And you know, I'm not sure how I want Supernatural to end, but the longer I'm putting off watching this season, the more I'm starting to agree with Katie's theory on this. Just with Adam in the cage and just fading to black with him going, "Hello."
I would bet money on it.
Speaking of, John is just going to eventually hang up. Speaking of speaking things that have happened, Patches and I were on Geek Vibes Nation the other night, and it was very funny because they were breaking down
Freddy versus Jason.
Jason, which neither one of us has seen, so we were really great guests to help with that. And I'm scared of everything. So they're trying to convince me that it's not scary and that Jason's not scary and blah, blah, blah. And we are sitting in our kitchen and I am facing our window that looks out, our glass doors that look out into our backyard. And I kid you not, Kitsie, you know those chairs that we have on our deck, those big swivel chairs that are pretty heavy. One of them literally flew and it scooted, flew all the way across our deck. Just
Yep. Yeah. And Carrie and I both, or KJ and I both looked at each other like bug-eyed. We're like, did you just see that? What the actual hell just happened?
I'm like, listen.
I'm not coming to your guys' house anymore.
Listen, Johna, even if we have ghosts, you're going to come back for the free meals.
I don't even know if it's worth it, man.
I'm trying to debunk this. Was it windy out?
It wasn't so windy. And so keep in mind, these are the heavy chairs. We have 2 of the heavy chairs and then 2 of the regular chair, or 4 of the regular chairs that don't swivel. And the other chairs stayed. They didn't even slide a little bit. It was one chair on the far end of the deck, and it moved exactly all the way over to the other end of the deck and stopped.
Follow-up question.
Shit.
Was it ghosty outside?
Was it ghosty outside?
Cloudy with a chance of ghosts. I have no idea. I can't explain it other than someone was like, you know what? You're going to keep being afraid, KJ, and you are not going to watch Freddy versus Jason or whatever it is because we are going to mess you up.
So here's where I am with this in my conspiracy theorist mind. What are they trying to warn us about?
Yeah, good point.
I don't know.
Excellent point.
Just all of a sudden coming up out of nowhere.
Clearly, there's a portal open, guys. Somebody opened up the portal to the ghost world, like on Danny Phantom, and now we have to find Danny Phantom so he can get all the ghosts back in the ghost world. Okay?
Oh, I love that show.
Right? It was
I am
so
your
good.
girl.
I have no idea what you
Kitsie
just
for the
said.
win.
I even knew Patches.
Who the hell is Danny Phantom?
You don't
Oh
know
my
what Danny
goodness.
Phantom is? Oh my god!
One of the best shows of the last, I don't know,
It's a
2 decades.
cartoon.
Best show
Okay.
of like my whole entire life.
Okay, was it
It's
like
on Hulu.
a Disney something or a Nickelodeon
Nickelodeon.
something?
It's on Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
Okay, that makes sense. That's the age gap and me not having children, so okay, I don't feel as bad.
Yep.
Like one of the best cartoons I've ever watched in my whole life.
Is it better?
And I watch a lot of cartoons.
Is it better than Masters of the Universe?
I don't know what that is.
See,
Nothing
All right,
is
now
better
you know
than
how
the
it feels.
Flintstones.
Ooh.
You know, Kitsie, I will say that I did quite enjoy the Flintstones when I was younger.
Yabba
Sounds
dabba
great.
do, motherfuckers. You better bleep that out.
Nope, I'm not. Nope, this is
He's not doing any work right now.
this is real, and this is how we feel. And I'm
Right.
not trying to rhyme, but I am.
So we're allowed to curse during quarantine?
We are allowed to curse during quarantine.
We'll just call you the kind of quarantine girls.
Alrighty then.
Let me run this by you, Kitsie. Do you think maybe the spirits are having a similar reaction to this quarantine that our cats are having, where they're just like, "Oh my God, you never leave."
I usually get this house
Point in
to
case.
myself, and you guys won't go away. I don't know because I'm here all the time.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You are. See, I'm as much as I like being home, I'm not home this much, and I'm starting to learn that I need to leave my house, or I'm not a great human being.
It only took 20 years of being together for her to finally come to that realization. It's so vindicating.
For you to tell me to get out because I'm not a great human being. Thanks a lot, Patches. You know what? For that, I'm going to bring up this little headline that I saw today.
Oh shit!
Did you know that right now you can get CBS All Access for free so that you can stream Picard? I'm just going to leave that out there and let
It's
you guys
free?
discuss. It's free.
It's free.
All right,
Oh,
podcast
Patches,
is
you
over.
screwed up, man.
Oh my god! Damn it! I have. What? Why you gotta bring up old shit? All right, I have no defense to myself on that one.
But I do.
Change the subject.
I encourage you guys to watch it. Even if you've never watched any Star Trek, you could. There are things about Picard, appearances of characters that you would recognize if you watch The Next Generation, but they are doing it in a way where if you wanted to be introduced to Star Trek, you could definitely watch this show. And even if you never watched any other Star Trek, it's really sort of standing alone as just some really great television.
Yeah, I mean, if you go into, I mean, everyone knows that Patrick Stewart was, Jean-Luc Picard, but like after that, like you really don't have to know anything because I never watched The Next Generation or Deep Space Nine or Voyager or any of that stuff. What Star Trek I did watch were like the original motion picture and then the old NBC, William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy television episodes I still watch on MeTV on Saturday nights after Svengoolie, as a matter of fact. But
Svengoolie.
but
I was
after
going to say, you better shout out Svengoolie.
oh yeah, I love me some Svengoolie. But yeah, I mean, it really is a great. It's a great standalone show. I mean, and the writing on it is well done. I think it's not too. It's not too Star Trek-y. It's a good story, I think.
Yeah, I mean it's set in space, but there's not that much space stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the way you put that.
Yeah.
It's set in space, but there's not that much space stuff going on.
Well, I mean, but if you look at it, like they're traveling through space, but that's not the story.
Okay.
It's
So it's a soap opera that just happens to be in space.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not too soap opera-y. It's you've got a
No, it's Patrick Stewart. I mean, he's amazing. So I mean, you can't. I mean, it's hard. it's hard for him to put out any kind of a turd of an acting role at all.
Yeah, I can't think of anything where I went, that wasn't your best performance, Patrick
No,
Stewart.
hell, even him and Robin Hood Men in Tights is like blatantly making fun of Sean Connery as King Richard. I'm like, that is awesome. He nailed
I
it.
know.
I forgot.
I love that movie.
All right, so let's go around the horn and just kind of talk about what we've been watching since the last time we saw each other, or what we've been gaming. Because where's Katie? Katie, are you here?
Come back to me last. My dog's having a meltdown.
Oh,
All right.
haunted.
While your dog is melting down, work on your gaming update. All right, Johna, what have you been doing?
Well, I just started watching Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. It's the show where the girl like hears people's thoughts, but their thoughts are musical numbers.
Oh yes.
Nope.
This is the pilot that I accidentally started watching on YouTube. Do you
Yeah.
remember me talking about
Yeah,
that?
I watched the pilot when
Yeah.
it aired. I really liked it. I've only seen the pilot. I really liked it, but I love musicals myself, so it was really good.
I never would have guessed that you liked musicals, considering you haven't seen The Greatest Showman yet.
That's not a musical. That is a movie.
It is a musical.
It's a.
Whoa,
It's not a
John.
musical. It's a movie with intense music, and Hugh Jackman does singing and dancing. That's
What do
it.
you call what do you consider a musical?
Broadway.
No, literally. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Whatever.
What about the Buffy musical? You don't consider that a musical?
No.
What?
Oh my
It's
god.
Buffy the musical.
I don't
What
even
about Rock of Ages?
See, I saw it was a Broadway show. That is a musical. I never saw the movie because, from what I heard, it was a giant festering turd, and the Broadway show
my God, it was so good,
5 million
Patrick.
times better. The movie.
And we have the same music taste. Yes, I wanted to hate it because I hate Tom Cruise, but I freaking loved it.
Okay. So, but let me ask,
everybody hates him.
did you see
Dang.
Kitsie, did you see the actual musical?
No,
Did you see
I
it
only
in
saw the movie.
person? Okay. So what we have been told, and we did not see it because of this, what we have been told is that everyone who saw the musical hated the movie. Because the musical in person was so much better. Like, and it's way different. So we didn't watch it because we loved that musical so much
that they took way too many liberties
Okay.
with the movie.
that we would have been
that
sitting
makes
there
sense.
going, that's not how they did it. And where's the song? And why are they doing that? That the movie really isn't for you
watching
if
a
you saw
movie,
the
going,
musical.
well, just like Shelley, reading books and then watching an adaptation, of the books, and you're like, no, I know what the actual script is. That's not the script. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, what would you say, Johna, if someone's thinking about watching Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist? Is it a yes? What's your Netflix pick?
Well, actually, it's a Hulu pick.
Oh, it's a Hulu pick. Okay.
I've only watched the first episode. I finished it right before we started recording, so I'm only on episode 2. But it's actually not what I thought it was gonna be. It's a little heartfelt. Her dad is this guy whose name that I cannot think of right off the top of my head.
He was he was a real he was in American Beauty. He was the one that Kevin Spacey's wife was having an affair with. I always forget his name though.
Yes, he looks like someone that a wife would have an affair with. Okay.
All right.
He's been in a bunch of stuff, but her dad has like this really rare like disease or something where he can't like talk, which means he can't like eat or something like that. And so it's her like basically trying to live her life with her dad being sick, but also she can hear people's thoughts and they're singing their thoughts to her.
Ew.
Sounds
And it's
terrible.
It's actually really good. And the soundtrack is so good. Like there was a Beatles song.
Hate the Beatles.
And yeah. Ooh.
Ouch.
Oh shit. Okay.
That
Well.
one cut me.
Johna knows.
Woo.
Johna knows.
That one
Sorry, I
that
didn't
one
mean
cut me.
But
Sorry.
It's only fair.
Glad I
I
didn't know
hate
you guys yet.
I hate Led Zeppelin, so I mean it's all good.
I mean, like, Kitsie,
Guess
there's got to be a
I did-
Beatles song you'd like.
Not that I can't wait to listen to, or if it comes on, there are a couple I won't fast forward through until I realize it's the Beatles, and then I'll do it. Just not a fan. My mother wasn't a fan, so I think I was raised that way. My mother's name was
Okay.
is Judy. I hope she's okay. But she hated the song "Hey Jude," so she was like anti-Beatles.
Okay.
Wow.
That's where my crazy comes
I
from,
also-
kids.
Everyone's crazy comes from their parents.
Oh man, that's a whole different show.
Truly.
I also got caught up on How to Get Away with Murder.
Okay.
Ooh, how's that?
That show is a 10 out of 10. I will recommend that show to anyone. And Viola Davis is just like such a queen in that show.
Is it like a murder mystery?
Kind of. So Viola Davis is a professor at a college, and she's teaching a class called How to Get Away with Murder, and she picks these 5 students to basically work for her with her law firm or whatever. And then basically the show is like 7 seasons of all of these characters murdering someone and getting away with it.
No, this sounds
Wow.
awesome.
It's so good. Like, if you like murdery type shows, this is a show for you to watch.
Sweet.
It's
I have a
really
new binge.
good.
Thanks,
And
girl.
you're welcome. And the next part of the newest season is starting to air on April 2nd of this year.
Shelley.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Shelley,
Yes.
Shelley, you got some Netflix picks or Hulu picks?
Well, you're not going to like what I have to
We
say.
usually
Oh,
don't.
man.
She watched The Witcher again.
I did, and what's really cute is my daughter, my 21-year-old daughter, who's home from college now because college is closed, is teaching her grandma, my mother, how to watch it with her on Netflix. They
Nice.
tried to do the new, yeah, it's super cute. They tried to do the new watch party situation with Netflix, which I don't know if you guys have seen this.
We haven't tried
But
it yet, but I
you-
want to.
Yeah, so what you do is you can do this. It's a Chrome extension for the browser Chrome, and you download it, and then you're supposed to be able to click on the NP in your browser bar and get a link, and then you send that link to everybody that you want to be in your party, and then you can control actually starting it and stopping it and all of that stuff, so you're exactly synced up. And I even think there's like a little chat window if you want in it too. So they tried to do that. She walked her grandma through downloading the extension and everything, and then I think the system must just be overwhelmed because we could not get it to work. And just Haley and I tried it, and even the next day, and we still, every time we click on the little NP, we weren't getting any kind of a join the party link like we were supposed to be getting. So they're just decided to, kind of sync up themselves and watch it simultaneously through a few episodes. And then we're doing a little Q&A with my mother after, saying, okay, so this is what this means. And,
Aw,
So,
that is
yeah.
so cute.
So,
Yeah.
do we have etiquette rules for these watch parties? Because the one thing I'm concerned about, I don't want a bunch of people talking when I'm trying to watch something.
It's a chat window. That's it.
Yeah, you don't have to respond. You could just let it run, or you can pause it. If you want to stop and say, okay, everybody shut the hell up, or if you want to be hey, let's answer this question or what just happened there, you can pause it, and it pauses for everybody.
Listen, if we do a watch party with Katie and Johna, there is going to be a point where I pause it and say, shut the hell up.
Don't make me pull this router around.
Gosh, AJ, it was one time. Gosh, one time.
And it was a bad movie.
It was such a bad movie.
It was not a bad movie.
What movie was it?
It was fantastic. It's the
Find
first
it, or-
Fantastic Beast.
It was Fantastic Beasts,
The second one, I
Crimes of
thought.
It was
Grindelwald.
the
The one with
second
Johnny Depp.
Oh, it was the
But he-
second one,
he was-
Crimes of Grindelwald.
Was it Crimes of Grindelwald?
Mhm.
All right. Well,
Yeah. Trash.
How do you know?
Yeah,
You didn't
now
watch
you,
it.
you agree.
You didn't watch it. You
Oh.
were blah, 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 and Johna was blah, 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 and blah, 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 the whole time.
I
That was
couldn't
a really
remember.
bad impression of
So
you.
It was
bad.
blah, 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 blah.
They're not allowed to have any more Harry Potter adjacent movie viewings at all, in my opinion.
Don't get me wrong. I love Harry
Wow.
Potter. I could not stand that movie.
I don't like
What was
Newt.
that? Are you talking about Eddie Redmayne?
Yes.
Yeah, I love Eddie Redmayne.
I could not deal with his face, and I don't know why.
Same.
I
Exact
love
same.
him. You guys are terrible. Oh my
Like,
God, he's adorable.
He reminds
What?
me
He's pretty cute.
of Matt.
Matt
Oh
Smith.
God, Doctor.
Matt Smith.
Matt
Yeah.
Smith with
Yeah.
that quirky
Matt
face.
Smith.
Does look like Matt Smith.
Well, and
I also
Like
love Matt
who
Smith.
had a stroke.
well,
Oh my God.
well, and Kitsie, I'm going to tell you
You
right
all
now.
get it.
Yeah.
No.
Now, and what And what's even funnier about that is the fact that the final decision for Newt Scamander was between Eddie Redmayne and Matt Smith, and Eddie Redmayne got it.
That is true.
Who's Eddie Redmayne?
Newt.
Newt, the guy who plays Newt in Fantastic Beasts.
Okay, and who was he up against?
Matt Smith.
Matt
Oh
Smith.
shit! Well, Matt should have got that.
Yeah,
Damn it! No,
You know,
see, I knew
when
something
I
was
was-
off that entire time because he should have been cast. Sorry, I'm
Yes,
getting a
and
little.
when-
Well, clearly they had a
No,
type,
it's
so-
okay because I had the first movie. I had a bit of a chip on my shoulder watching it. I've never had anything against Eddie Redmayne, but I was like, Matt Smith would have done a better job with this. This is a perfect
Preach.
role for Matt Smith. Why didn't Matt Smith
And
get
see,
this role?
I didn't even know he was up for it, but the whole time I'm like, Matt Smith would have killed this. So they tried
You know
to get
what?
Matt Smith and
you
apparently
guys-
couldn't.
Oh, I totally disagree because I think Eddie Redmayne just did such a great job with that whole, that whole reticent, awkward person that he was. I personally thought he did a great job with it. So, and I do love Matt Smith.
But that was that was Matt Smith as the doctor. I mean, like.
Well, and what I heard was that was part of the reason that they didn't go with Matt Smith was because the characters were so similar.
Too much of a parallel.
Yeah. I mean, even getting in the suitcase and, there's a bigger world.
Yeah.
It's just like getting in a
shit.
TARDIS.
The suitcase is a TARDIS. Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
So Eddie Redmayne got it by default.
Yeah.
He didn't deserve it.
Well,
I don't know why I'm talking like this. I actually
No.
did like Eddie Redmayne.
And I'm disappointed in you, KJ. So there you go. Because I'm going to defend Eddie all day long.
Can we just talk about Ezra though? Oh my God, he's fabulous.
He's really good.
I can't with him.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine him
Yeah,
and Matt
he's so
Smith
good.
together in that movie. Would have been so great.
Mind blown to pieces. Oh my
the things that
gosh.
could have been.
Let's just start over. Come on, Warner Brothers, start that shit over.
While we're on
Sorry.
the subject of like mind blown about casting, maybe I'm a failed nerd for not knowing this. This was another thing that I picked up as a guest on Geek Vibes Nation. Did you guys know that Tom Cruise was supposed to be Iron Man?
No.
I saw that online. Yeah. Ew,
Yes.
David.
That's ew, David.
Would I just like Iron Man anymore?
I mean, no. And they said the reason that Tom Cruise wasn't Iron Man is because he didn't want to wear the helmet. He wanted his face showing.
Clearly, they made the right
Kidding.
casting decision, right?
I mean,
I don't think it would have been nearly as successful with Tom Cruise.
No,
I
not at
don't
all.
think we would
No,
have a Marvel
absolutely
Cinematic
not.
Universe.
Yeah, no.
No,
We would
I
not.
agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
And the problem with that is because I mean, hell, Tom Cruise has put out action movie after action movie after action movie. I mean, he's done 79 Mission Impossible movies. So it's just like,
Yeah.
here's the next action
79.
movie that Tom Cruise is in, as opposed to
And I'd
getting
rather
that,
watch Iron Man
RDJ.
any day of the week.
Same.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But I mean, who doesn't love Robert Downey Jr. is all I'm saying.
He is.
Oh, I had a
Iron Man.
crush on him in high school.
Katie does not
God,
like Robert
Katie.
Downey Jr.
Oh, Katie. Wow.
Wait,
All right.
Okay, wait, Katie. Do you not like Robert Downey Jr. or do you just not like Tony Stark?
Robert Downey Jr. is fine. I thought he was very funny as Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, he was
Yeah.
fantastic.
But I can't stand Iron Man.
Katie, usually you and I are on the same page, but not this time.
Okay, so
I just can't.
Katie, in a perfect world, who would you have cast as Iron Man for the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
No one.
If you say
I
Tom
would not
Cruise,
have
you're
cast
fired.
Iron Man.
You would not just leave Iron Man out.
No Iron
Yeah.
Man.
Do the whole thing without him.
You can't do this
And
without
this
him.
podcast would not exist.
Yeah, that's so true.
That is very
We
true.
basically owe all of the modern day geekdom to Robert Downey Jr.
Actually, we owe it to Tom
I
Cruise
know,
for
I
being
Stanley,
such a diva.
really.
Yeah, thank you, Tom Cruise, for being a douche. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And gifting us with Robert Downey Jr.
Yes. Yes.
Thank goodness.
Kitsie, what are you watching? You got a pick for us?
I do. So I did recently watch the newest Annabelle. Annabelle Comes Home, which was I usually have zero expectations. See, we're on the same page again. Zero expectations going into an Annabelle movie, but this one was good. It had like a Brady Bunch vibe to it because it was in the 70s, and it was more about Ed and Lorraine Warren's daughter. Yes, absolutely. That so should have happened. But yeah, it was really good. We recently got a HBO membership, so the couple things I've watched have been on HBO. Also, there's a show called words are hard. Avenue 5 on HBO.
What is it?
It's called Avenue 5. It stars the guy who played House and Zach Woods. And if you haven't seen the female version of Ghostbusters, you may not know who Zach Woods is. But if you have, he was amazing in it. He played the museum curator at the very beginning of it.
Oh,
Yeah, and there's actually some really great names in it. But they had me at the commercial when I was watching The Outsider. They play some previews of their other shows. It showed Hugh, Josh Gad, and Zach Woods, and I'm like, oh my God, these are like some of my favorite men on the planet. And it's a comedy, and it's like, do you ever see? God, what was the name of that movie that had Bruce Willis in it and Lilu and the Stones? Multipass.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sure.
Nope.
Pass.
Bruce Willis. God bless America. It's like a comedy version of that. Early 2000s. I have to Google this. I'm sorry. Bruce
That's okay.
Willis.
He was pumped. Put it this way. Just scrolling through Netflix, there are 6 movies that I didn't even know Bruce Willis was in. And I tried to watch them. I was like, nope.
So it was probably one of those.
And it's way back.
And there's Cop Out. I mean, come on. Need I say any more? Yeah, him and Tracy Morgan. That's what I thought.
Katie, while Kitsie is trying to Google this movie, are you prepared to talk about some gaming stuff?
No, but I have been watching some stuff on Netflix.
Ooh,
You what?
okay.
I know. I finally had.
Okay, I have it. So when she's done, come back to me.
No.
You can go first.
You go first, and then we'll get
Fifth Element.
Fifth
Oh,
Element.
yeah. Okay.
I never saw it, but I at least know
Everybody
the name.
loves Fifth Element. Okay. So it's this big spaceship, like casino, cruise ship, but in space. And Hugh Laurie plays the captain. And Olaf, because I got rid of the guy's name on my phone, plays the owner of the company who like is a bazillionaire, spoiled rotten little brat. And it's like the Love Boat in space, and Hugh Laurie uses both of his accents. It's amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
That sounds fantastic. All right, poo, choo, 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 choo. It's time for Katie's TV update because she hasn't been gaming. Choo, choo, choo.
Wow.
No, I haven't. I haven't at any time.
Are you serious?
Katie
You
got
haven't
an intro
played
to TV.
Animal
No,
Crossing?
I did.
I have not touched a video game since I bought my house.
Animal Crossing New
Whoa.
Horizons.
Welcome to adulting.
Haven't even bought it.
Oh, what? You are.
I know. I was so excited, and I don't even have time.
And I'm pretty sure they're like sold out everywhere now too.
Pretty much. Okay, so 2 things. One, I've been watching Self-Made, which is that Madam C.J. Walker series kind of thing.
Oh, my mom watched that.
It's so good. It has what's her name in it? I want to say Octavia
Spencer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's really good, and it's really more dramatic than I thought it would be. I love it. And then second is this one that is now in my queue that I'm going to watch the first episode tonight. Can't talk. It's called Tiger King.
Oh God, it sounds terrible.
It has everything. So it has cults.
Murder.
It has a mullet-wearing polygamist with big cats, and he's like a country western singer. It has everything.
Yeah, the internet seems to be blowing up a bit.
Hello.
Hi, Kitsie.
Hello.
It's dying.
Hi. Are you with us?
Can you hear
Papa,
us?
can you hear me?
Oh,
So I'm singing in case this still records.
If you can hear us, you're actually going the opposite way on the track player that we're recording.
I
on.
don't
It's
even
pretty
understand what's happening.
That's how does that work? Why is she going the opposite
I don't
direction?
know. And now she's stopped.
She's recording backwards.
All right. Well, we'll just keep on plugging along here, and if Kitsie comes back, she can sing some more. So what is it that you were watching, Katie?
Self-Made or The Tiger King?
Tiger King.
Yeah, so it I think has pretty much everything you could want in a show. It has polygamy, it has mullets, it has country singers, it has big cats, it has
Big cats.
like Oklahoma, and
Oh my God, you guys can
like a
still hear
cult
me.
and
Okay, I'm going to put it on mute. Go ahead and finish. I don't want to log out because I'm afraid you're going to lose my audio. I love you, all the bits and pieces.
Love you, bye.
No, she can't hear us. She just got a text from Johna that we can hear her singing. So, Katie, what I've heard about this show, and it was one that has just got onto my radar as well. No one wants to tell you anything about it because they want you to enjoy it as much as they did.
So I watched the trailer today, and it's pretty much everything. Like there's singing, there's cults, there's mullets, there's big cats.
You very much are into the mullets and cats right now, huh?
The cult part is more interesting to me.
I heard that it was kind of like, it's kind of like a train wreck. Like you can't look away. But
I'll let you know when I watch it tonight.
Yes. Text the group because I really need to know. Oh, and KJ, I wanted to tell you, I did try an episode of October Faction.
Yay! What'd you think?
I haven't bought it. I'm not hook, line, and sinker yet. So I don't know.
Well,
I don't
Wait,
know.
what are you watching?
well, that hurts my feelings.
I know. Now you know how I feel about you and The Witcher.
Witcher sucks.
So there you go.
I see. You're just saying that because you want to get back at me. Like you got a chip on your shoulder, and you're like, "Oh, I'm going to tell KJ how much her shows suck."
I'm Shelley. I love The Witcher so much. If you don't like it, you're not my friend. Meh, 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 meh.
Hey, I feel exactly the same way. I love The Witcher.
I know.
Me too.
We're not talking about
Katie.
The Witcher anymore.
Wait, no.
I'm fine.
Yes, we are, because Katie,
Yes, we
we're gonna
are.
have a moment here. Katie, both of my kids are playing The Witcher 3, and they're
it's
playing
so
it.
good.
Haley will play it on the PlayStation in the living room, and then Joe will be on his PC, and they'll they're kind of doing it in tandem, but I think Joey's shot past her now. So it's like The Witcher is happening all over my house all the time.
Don't you love it? It's so
I do.
good.
I've never been so happy
So
that I
is
can't
there
go to your
just
house.
a lot of bad hair walking around your house then, or?
Oh God, I'm not talking to you.
I mean, I'm just curious.
Okay, so
Yeah.
but before you quit talking to us, Shelley, I really did want to talk to you about. You have these amazing journals and planners, and we're all stuck at home trying to figure out ways to keep ourselves sane and even know what day of the week it is. And you have been coming up. And I should not even just you, but I've been following your group and following you on Twitter, and it seems like there's a lot of creativity going on right now. Putting energy into journaling.
It is, and I think for a couple of things. First of all, I think it's when you look back at history and some of the most significant moments in time. Some of our best resources are personal journals and diaries that were kept during that time. So that's one thing that kind of keeps inspiring me to write out in my bullet journal. I have a supernatural bullet journal that I've been writing down kind of what dates and what's been happening, the significant moments when, Haley's school was shut down and Joey's school was shut down. And, when the governor, did the stay-at-home order. I mean, I've been kind of just even marking every day with what's kind of newsworthy and happening. And then another thing, and this just really occurred to me because I've been reading some people's articles about using planners for all of the e-learning and work from home that everybody's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, every day I surround myself with supernatural and Harry Potter stuff. For example, one thing I do is I have 2 screens on my desk. I have my big screen that I work on, and then my laptop is over to the side that's connected to it. And on my laptop, I will put an ambient room. And I don't know if you guys know what that is, but if you go to YouTube and look up ambient rooms, they'll have
I love those.
Yeah. And you put it up, it's like the Gryffindor common room for an hour. And some of them have like faint music in the background. I find that music or TV, when I really need to put my head down and get a lot of work done, is too distracting. Mm-hmm. But if you have those ambient rooms in with that'll have like little writing or pages turning in the background and a fire crackling in the fireplace. And just out of my peripheral vision, I have this great little piece of Hogwarts, right on my computer. So I was thinking of ways that everybody could incorporate these things into, their e-learning and bring a little magic in. I mean, take a break and practice your wand work or doing spells. Wear your cloak for a day if you have one.
I want to go to school at your house.
Go to wizard school.
Well, and I just wanted it to be ways that people could do these fun things that because it's all going to be so much harder and so much more effort. So I wanted them to be like super easy things. Even if you call your dining room the Great Hall and make everybody sit in there to eat, and of course we have Harry Potter planners. So those go obviously hand in hand for me because I use my Harry Potter planner every day to kind of block out the big tasks and what needs to get done. And I think if you start kids planning and on a schedule, it helps everybody feel a little more in control in this like really out of control time.
I love it. I have been using my planner more, I think, because of that. I wasn't like, hey, I'm going to use this to keep more in control, but I started doing it, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put a Harry Potter sticker on here. Oh, I'm going to put I'm going to put my Gryffindor sticker here. I'm like doing all of these things because I think we need those. I don't know. We just need those outlets. We need to, feel connected to things. So if you have a
little creative, happy moment, right?
Yes, for sure. So, conquestjournal.com is Shelley's website.
Yep.
And she is amazing at what she does. And the attention to detail. I mean, I go back to the John Winchester Journal and the amount of time that you and Tracy spent like actually watching Supernatural frame by frame so that you could get that perfect. Like at one point I was like, do I need to like step in? Because you guys are going a little crazy. Like, do I need to?
We were.
But that's how much you love it though.
Yeah. We were watching the Mystery Spot episode so we could get the Broward County Mystery Spot brochure accurate to be stuck into the John Winchester Journal. And we watched this one like 4-second period when Dean is flipping it around in his hand. And we're like, is that an alien holding a Coke bottle on the front of it? And I'm like, sure, let's go with it. I mean, we were really working hard on that detail. So, and it's not like Warner Brothers already had this made that they could give us any assets on this or anything. We had to pretty much watch it and create it. Well, it is amazing, and I highly recommend everybody get one and then realize, because I'll go through it when his journal pops up, I think about you. So I'm like, oh, this is one of those times where Shelley had to pause it and go frame by frame and keep rewinding it.
Yep. You know it, sister. Yeah. We were doing that over and over again. Yeah.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, like it actually is one of our centerpieces up here in our family room too. So
the John Winchester Journal. I took it to my office.
Oh, the kind of nerdy office is up there now.
Yeah, it's with me now in case I need to check Dad's notes And
Yeah.
and
You need to, if you need to reference the lore,
Reference
you've
the
got
lore.
it right there.
Oh shit! Maybe I should pop a SD card in the journal.
Is there anything else that when you guys thought, hey, we're all going to get together tonight and talk, and I miss my girls and I miss podcasting? Is there anything else you wanted to talk about that we didn't get to?
Ooh, pick me,
Yes,
pick
yes,
me,
go
pick
ahead,
me.
Johna.
Chris Evans has a new show coming out on Apple TV.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Chris Evans has a new show, right? Like a show. Like we're gonna get lots of
A show!
episodes. We're gonna get to binge watch Chris Evans. But
I can't wait.
it's on
I'm so
Apple.
excited.
But it's on Apple TV. None of us have Apple TV.
I will
Nobody-
buy Apple TV if I have to.
John, none of us are watching Apple TV, and all of the new Apple TV stuff, I'm like, what? No.
No.
My brother might have Apple TV, so I might be able to mooch off of him.
Tell him we need to do one of those watch parties. And I don't want any of y'all talking.
I would never talk while Chris Evans is on screen. What do you mean? I'm not disrespectful to him.
Yeah. Does it come out soon? Do you know, Johna?
It comes out April 24th.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got some time to figure out how we can all get into your brother's Apple TV.
Yes.
Perfect.
If we can't get into his, I will buy Apple TV. I do not care.
If they were nice, like CBS All Access, they'd give us a month for free.
Maybe.
Just saying.
Maybe.
Apple, no,
Ju-
they won't
just-
because no one's watching it.
Just wait till next month for when the show actually comes out.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Katie and Johna and Shelley, for virtually being with us once again. Thank you to Kitsie.
You're welcome.
Even though Kitsie isn't here, I want to remind you she does really have some just absolutely phenomenal stuff going on between Oddity Files, her podcast, Oddity Files, the TV show on Amazon Prime, and then her Get Scared podcast, which I don't listen to because I don't want to get scared, but I've heard that it's pretty good if you do.
Yes, and I feel horrible that her internet service provider down in the boonies is complete trash.
Yeah.
Johna, enjoy your quarantine. Katie, thanks for doing that TV stuff and keeping us informed. I hope your life.
She's essential.
You are essential, Katie.
Yeah, and congratulations on now having conversations with your puppy.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
We miss you. We miss all.
I miss you guys.
All right. Well, we will talk again soon. Choo 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 choo.
Love you,
Goodbye.
love
All right.
Bye. Love
Love you guys. Miss you.
Miss you. Bye.
Laters.
Choo, pow, pow, pow. It's the end of the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. Until we meet again. Choo choo choo. Pow. Bing.
Bing.
Oh, you guys are still there?
That was awesome.
All right, now you can hang up. Bing.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Yeah, all right, guys. Remember, keep your laptops, your browsers open so the file can upload all the way.
Yeah, you got that,
Because
Katie?
it's got to render and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, do not.
Yeah.
Don't shut down
Check.
until
Okay.
it says it's been uploaded. All right, thanks, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk to you again soon. Love
All
you.
right, bye.
Bye.
Right.
Yes.
Love you.
Love
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye. The grown ass kids. I think we're good. Yeah, you still got to give it.